I like what Mousesports is sneaky ways that they can get into the fight here. But as final bans,
good question.
What kind of hero does each team?
Well, they have very solid lineups already. Both teams, both of them have ways to counter initiate. They both have strong heroes picked out in this meta. I think Double Dimension is going to pick something to work around the Faceless Void and optimize that Chronosphere a little bit more. Try to play around that. But Mousesports, it looks like they kind of edged away from their plans of first two teams. I take it back. They do have a very strong ability to run into the enemy towers and like dominate the game. But Double Dimension, decent high ground defense. I'm not sure if it would be such a good idea to rely on picking a hero that like goes super well with just the Chrono and nothing else, because I think Mousesports can do like so much around that Chrono's cooldown. So they're really going to need to think about this last pick that they're taking. I think they had something else in mind, but that Terrorblade pick spooked them a little bit, and then trying to find a better way to deal with that. Regardless, though, the amount of damage that they have as far as through combination of Sand King, Narcophos, Ancient Apparition, just so much damage without like really needing that many items. You're always going to have a way to fight the enemies as long as you get your abilities off. It's like completely different from how they drafted the first game. I think they may have slipped up in the draft the first game, as well as Mousesports getting heroes that they're like super comfortable with and strong in the early game, like you were saying. I'd need to get a little bit more familiar with like what these teams are doing in the scene, but it was really impressive what Mousesports did. Double Dimension looks like they slipped up, but they definitely learned their lesson, and they're not gonna let something like that happen again.
Yeah, exactly what you. The Chronosphere doesn't have a very long cooldown, so if up and they're playing well, Terrorblade can just run down a tower. That being said, before this Timbersaw pick came out, which is an amazing counter against her, they already actually did have pretty good answers. Necrophos lock him down well before the Faceless Void, Chrono, and Scene. Though we did have our concerns about the silencer pick, maybe not getting caught in Chrono. Now that we see its support, it probably should never get caught in Chrono. Both lineups have really good. Both lineups are really good, and I'm not sure who to take this, but
indeed, couldn't have said it better myself. We'll be back with Game3 in just a moment. I swear these guys are killing me. They keep switching heroes. Ramses and Undershark. Ramses initially picked up the Necrophos, then he switched with the Void with Undershark, and then they switched back. It's I don't know who they're trying to confuse, but they're definitely achieving that goal with me. Anyway, game number 3. This is this one's for all the marbles. How do you see these lanes working out?
Well, I'll play Necrophos. Self a lot of regen. So two of those tangos are going to turn into a stick, and the other two are going to turn into GG branch tangos. So pretty good. So essentially, Ramses has 10 tangos that he's carrying, so he has a lot of ways to stay in this lane. It actually looks. Fade here.
Well, a couple of seconds. Seems like a nice time, and they can put a block off, and they can. No skill used yet by Timbersaw, so too available to easily make his way through trees if he needs to.
Oh my god. But, LeBron took that rune.
Yeah. Oh,
pay attention. The 3 bounty runes decided to double.
didn't even use Burrow Strike either. He just grabbed that and walked out of there. And the other enemy team is just like, okay, well, I guess this happened. We're just gonna have to move on with our life and accept it.
This way tunnel vision on this one hero, and it's like, oh yeah, I can't get the bounty rune, and then let's pick it up. Oh no, it's gone. Never mind. Alright.
I really like this Timbersaw pickup. I feel like it's fairly strong against the heroes of Mousesports. They're gonna counter it by like trying to do as much damage and burn through regen of this Timbersaw as quickly as possible. Like that was very scary amount of damage.
Yeah.
They definitely did the right thing as far as like zoning him out in the early. Once he gets a couple points in his reactive armor, he's gonna be a little more difficult to
at him now. You did steal the reactive armor, so an easy ways to make it through. And now with a fissure block of another rank, he would have done a trick. But great burst strike from LeBron, keeping him alive. And I don't think the fucking curse there. It's not quite taking him out. That was crucial here. I mean, Timbersaw, yeah, as we were just trying to say, I assume you can punish him. He's early on before he has these 2 or 3 points into the armor.
So they're definitely playing this one right here, in my opinion. I think Timbersaw is a very strong pick against this lane and these heroes that they have here. But if they can take advantage of him being a little bit weaker at the early levels and like press on that, not let him get a chance to have those levels, they're going to be in a lot better place overall this game.
Alright, Jax might be getting caught here on...
Slimy does have level 2, so he can...
Have the mana.
He's trying to roll, burst strike in, try to turn things around, and extra damage from No Fear could lead to first blood to them, but at the same time LeBron chopping low, but he manages to make his way into the tree spot, and looks like, yeah, he's going to be the first blood instead. No Madara. If he didn't have 11 armor, he might have been in trouble. But, okay, maybe next time actually does strike down LeBron. Is that what happened? Did LeBron try and fight him?
No, he just feels it him down.
Alright.
Yeah. Earthshaker, fast hero. I guess the dunker got dunked there. Yeah? Yeah? Come on, guys.
He's the original Earthshaker.
Yeah. Anyway, top lane here.
He's dead now, though. Maybe.
Maybe?
A couple of right clicks to finish him off. Yes, he's true. Though walks the other way. So close.
Close.
He was level 2 there. He was dead. Wide away.
Take a look at top lane. We haven't looked at that one yet. This Necrophos made the bold choice of going Ghost Shroud instead of Heartstopper Aura at... I mean, he's gonna say it here, but...
Yeah. So close. Skylark, he's coming for it. Oh no, the heals!
Alright. Ramses knows something I don't. That first point in Ghost Shroud instead of Heartstopper Aura for the harass actually baited him out, got the kill. Well played by him.
Harass and the amplifier of the heal. It's really important.
Yeah, having that early point in the
oh god. Just caught that. Yeah, he was caught in the middle of all of that. The Dara was charge of the... What that dog? Middle lane thug. Does have a leap? Okay. Thought he was going for the burst strike.
Let Ramsey... Skylark is gonna...
I mean, it does change the overall pace of the game, getting the early point in Heartstopper Aura, because the enemy is going through regen constantly. Their HP isn't going up by itself. That is an extremely useful skill as far as like keeping the enemy away from you, and
might be baited to go in here.
Braun shows himself. Now Skylark still has that active movement speed to juke and jive a bit. But he's even out of regen already. All he has is the moment of courage procs to kind of tide him over, but 2 heroes are thrown at him. It's not as easy to do.
Not to mention the first...
Yes.
Face boost, which...
Okay, can find easier targets instead. No fear. Slow down, a couple of right clicks, no metamorphosis. It still makes it a little bit harder.
Well played by them. They have a pretty good understanding.
Oh god, he's committing. So the Spartan here, they're gonna have to pop the shrine, yeah. And Madara's also gonna get in on the action, so not wasting it. Oh, that's...
out.
Necrophos, strong hero, you know?
Force out of his own lane.
It was really well played by Ramses, though. Hasty by the commander to try and go in on that, but like I guess he just lost his cool, wanted to take down the Necro. Or maybe like when you play against a hero so many times, so many matchups, you're just used to doing the same thing. It's so often that people go Heartstopper Aura at level 2, so maybe you just forget that you see him level 3 and you think, okay, I can fight that. And you have to go
Rogix again, maybe next time with a Fissure block. Gets it off. Skylark also made filtration around. Already used the nuke. They will finish up the AA. But yeah, Rogix. We talked about it.
Yeah.
Very hard to bring down. Still trying. Yeah, they have 4 heroes here. This is about the number that you need.
Gets his timing right on this next fissure. He got him!
That is nice.
Yep, if he doesn't have any stacks, then he's not getting that regen. Can't survive.
Matter pops up Metamorph. And even if Timberside does actually just Matter hits so possible to contest.
It's somewhat interesting that Terrorblade would choose to hit up top lane against this Necrophos. I really don't think he's going to be able to find any farm here. He's just going to be zoned out of the lane. Gotta have something in mind, but looks like, yeah, his team is coming up. I mean, he has to know something's going. He has to know something's about to go wrong here.
Left level 6 on Ramses with a burst strike. That's enough damage just to put him in range. So they will be able to get this kill before the help can arrive. Can they get anything in return? The answer is yes. They find the duel, follow damage. Can they get the duel win? Not quite. Oh, that's so unfortunate.
Maybe if he led with the fissure first, might have
Yeah, a little bit weird that interaction between all the players.
On shock, I believe. Will he die? Starfall not connected for the second time, but the last word actually. Now have to finish him off. Another plus 2. Oh, no fear. Getting close to death as well in this middle lane. That's a bright side for Mousesports though, isn't it? But the silencer already has stolen 6 intelligence. It's not always the case.
He's a smart guy. You know?
School, did his homework. Kids, don't do your homework, man. It's important.
Slice the life of Mr. TJ Hamilton.
Okay, just gonna straight up duel Timbersaw. Why the hell not? Yes, that's a max charge on level 3. Starfall connects though, and that's a lot of damage to come through, but no mana for last word. Which means Rogix will actually be able to survive this one too at like 50 L points. That was the difference of having it last word or not, and that too, yeah.
Calculate.
Damn.
Raindrop gaming.
Seeing up to almost 400 health points off of the residual stacks. This here is so silly.
Yeah. Mousesports like continuing their aggression right now though. It looks like they're controlling the flow of this game right now and deciding like who can be where on the map and whatnot. Ramsey is starting to get very scary though. He's pretty much farming by himself. He's had no issues this game. They're just leaving the Necrophos alone, which like isn't awful. It's not as scary as leaving like a different kind of carry that can do a lot more with items alone. Necrophos is going to be able to do some stuff alone regardless. Doesn't scale quite as well with items as some heroes do. But you just like rushes Force Staff. That's going to save so many of his allies from like...
it's Atos actually.
Atos, yeah.
Went Atos, are you sure? Oh yeah, he did. I wonder why he went...
I think that's the correct choice this game.
Went Force Staff. Like it does tons of damage and whatnot. I just thought I saw a Force Staff in the...
Bottom lane are gonna go again. Rogix. Another duel. Thug with another Starfall. And what? Oh, they're gonna get it this time at least. Looked like the second Starfall didn't hit. Not sure what happened there. Maybe it hit the creep next to him.
Yeah.
Win the duel. They don't win the duel, but they get the kill. It's almost as important at this point. Middle lane. Maybe next time he's in trouble. Chronosphere, they're thinking about it, but they don't need it. First strike into a scythe, easy kill regardless.
And still having that Chronosphere to threaten the enemies from engaging too hard onto them. So enemies aren't going to want to press forward on that one.
Zatos is going to do a lot of work. A lot of the stay in the same place. And Sand King. My Shadow come in.
They made the read. Skylark scouts them out as just as Moonlight Shadow fires, but they're too far away from the rest of the team. Meanwhile, The middle lane at least.
Still managed to take something with that Moonlight Shadow.
Yeah. Just pick on the easy guys, no fear again. He's not the lowest net worth this time around, not quite. But he's picked off quite a bit. Top lane, okay, Spartan. Similar position, will be direct, just track down, right click away at. Dominating speed for Ramses now. What's the solution to this?
Dominating speed for Ramses, you have Global Silence, you have a decent answer for like stopping him from getting off his spells and whatnot. With that, you have Earthshaker, who they're sitting in the bottom lane against Timbersaw right now. Get him his level 6 and maybe eventually get a Blink Dagger, because they're going to, if they jump on this Necro and find a kill on him, like even if they use so many things, the goal that's going to give is like absolutely amazing. So Terrorblade right now taking, I think this kind of gameplay is really smart actually. Terrorblade right now is engaging with the enemies, trying to slow them down a little bit, and like making space for your Earthshaker, for him to get the priority farm with Blink Dagger, even when it's this early, because they know that the Blink Dagger and the Earthshaker is something that they absolutely need in order to combat the enemies, and it's much more important than the equivalent amount of
now to be baited out. They get the Chronosphere on Marana. Global Silence though prevents the Ice Blast from actually coming through, so Dark gets leap away. That's what guys were talking about in draft as well, just having that combo breaking on there. Now the duel in the back of the Ancient Apparition needs a bit of extra help to actually win it. The arrow left on the AA, so the epicenter will not be stopped. 2 more heroes down here. Spartan cleans up one after the Ancient Apparition died, but now Ramses says hello. Pop the ATOS. Can he siphon a Thug here? Didn't even go for the target right in front of him. Good division resources and double dimension coming out way ahead in this fight.
Very well played by them.
Yeah, they needed using this. Did use it. But yeah, if they use it defensively, then it allows SK, allows Void to kind of follow up on the second tier, and it gets a little bit more time. After the silence comes out, so they have Mousesports. They know that they have been trying to play aggressively, but not been working. Very far away from. Well, MNT has been doing okay and off, so the struggle there for Mousesports. Find a way to get the.
Yeah, I mean, just a matter. Oh, sorry. You can do the drag and drop. I'll hand it back over to you. Apologies.
I was just gonna say that I feel like they do have the tools to make it work if they don't fall too far behind. So far, it's only 3k net worth disadvantage.
Right now, they just. Figure out what to catch him up.
Well, I don't even think it's that as much as like right now.
Last year.
Smoke will be popped, so what's going on? He's still gonna get burst down. The Ice Blast still connects to Skylark. They do not have the detection for the Moonlight Shadow though, by the looks of it. So now, gonna go for the duel on the big guy, and he actually wins it. No, Madara cannot provide enough bursts with the Metamorphosis. Oh no, first duel win actually towards the other time. On the Shark now with Chronosphere, follow up with the Epicenter burst strike, scythe. Triple kill for Ramses before he gets taken down finally. At least Madara gets it, so it's a lot of money in his pocket. But at what cost?
Wow. Yeah, Madara finding that kill is pretty big. I guess the Ramses a little bit overconfident there. Like, he's having the best game of his life on Post. He has it all. He's #1 net worth as the offlaner. He feels like a king. So right there, he's like, yeah, I can fight this Terrorblade when he's Metamorphosis and I'm surrounded by the enemies. Let's do this. I feel great. But you know, mental attitude will only take you so far.
Gets the Thunder up, but Unshock was at half health. Didn't really help him out too much. Braun coming in with the Burst Strike, losing quite a bit of that gold that he just gained in that last fight.
Yeah, it's a little bit unfortunate. I was gonna go off earlier about what Mousesports need to do to come back in this game, and how the direction the game is gonna go in the next little while. They're pretty close to it. Actually, yeah, one of the things that they need is the Blink Dagger on the Earthshaker. For some reason, the Earthshaker, they dropped the Blink Dagger over there and didn't let the courier head all the way to the Earthshaker. I imagine maybe next time he's going to be completely happy about that one. And no Blink Dagger on the...
it's sitting on the high ground. He didn't want to feel it in lane.
Are you sure?
Yeah. Pretty sure. Like, there's no other reason to not send the courier there. Well, the next time he was dealing with the creeper, I didn't want to show him with the Blink Dagger in the lane.
It was actually like the Yasha on Terrorblade. I think the Terrorblade wanted the Yasha as quick as possible, and so we just dropped the Blink Dagger and courier back. I don't know. No, actually, no, you know what? Right. I take it back. Drag and drop 1 F0. That's the most likely reason.
Alright.
Apologies.
Like, what makes more of a difference? Having the Yasha like 10 seconds earlier, or not revealing your blink?
Is it enough to be able to figure this out? So, like, I was just saying, the things they need to be able to come back into the game, to have to find picks, get an advantage, was the Blink Dagger on that Earthshaker. That's one of the things they have now. And
they just planted down these walls, so there's a false sense of security. They'll probably know that Mousesports will want to react to this. They don't see them anywhere else on the map, but they might not necessarily know how close they actually are. And then Shadow. Now the Axe Slam instantly. He had to go. What side is the follow? The find the faces void immediately. Now the duel on the Necrophone before I can do anything else. This time they will barely win it. Skylark will still lose his life through the Ice Blast. Right still in the middle of that. Oh, that's the only castling. Great stun here from... I don't even know who did it. But Roger thinking that the Timber saw the end. Trying to turn this around. Dara! Oh, stunned up for too long. Could not sunder his way out of there. And Thug also extremely low after this. Now Roger executes his element. He's healing up. So it's plenty of mana available. A double kill for him. What a behemoth. Impossible to bring down. At the very least, we'll get Senki here. Maybe not. But maybe next time actually misses the stun. Triple kill for Rajic. Spartan now in trouble as well. Another burst strike will run, keeping him alive. Oh, Mousesports. Too greedy for that extra +2.
I mean,
overstepping their bounds.
I mean, they killed that Faceless Void there before Faceless Void got Chronosphere off. That was like a very fortunate situation there.
Yeah, no forward spells, no Electro spells, and they still lose the fight like that? That was a great epicenter. I mean,
like I said, they still don't have all the tools they need to be able to do tons of AoE damage to the enemy team. Behind enough to begin with. Getting that Blink Dagger on the Earthshaker was one of the conditions that helps them come back into this and kills and pickoffs, like, despite them losing and not being able to do that before. Along with that, like, they needed on the
go on Skylark. Ouch. That is very brutal. It was very close to Blink Dagger too. It's another thing.
Double Dimension's just preventing the enemies from getting what they need to be able to come back or stay in this game. They see that they're down. I think they know that there's certain items that they need to be able to fight into the enemy team. But Double Dimension just saying, no, I'm not going to let you have these. I'm going to keep pressuring you. I'm going to attack all of your heroes. And like even the most optimal situation that you could have hoped for, killing my Faceless Void, you still didn't do that great.
The difference between the Legion Commander who has one duel win minutes versus what we saw the game with Rajix having multiple duel victories by this time. Just not able to get the farm, you're not able to get those kills. Dagger 20 minutes, okay, but where's that duel damage gonna happen?
I mean, they just don't have the damage to be able to take heroes down in duel, and as the EXP and gold gap start to increase, that becomes worse and worse for you. You need like certain things to be able to get you back into the game, but the things that they get at this point is very limited. Farm on the Terrorblade to make a huge difference, especially when he's in a Chronosphere. It's all on Earthshaker this game. Like, Mirana can do all she can, but not enough burst damage on the side of Mousesports. And they are not a very good team up behind here.
On Sarah. Epi getting wasted.
Not quite that. Global Silence, and he actually starting to lose his way through the Ice Blast as well. A kill here, but will be able to finish off the tier 1 tower. At the same time, tier 2 mid and top have fallen from Mousesports. And look at Rajic, he's throwing high ground. And again, if you can't kill him, well, they're gonna try the Echo Slam from maybe next time. Follow up with the arrow. Skylark thinking about going in with a duel. The Chronosphere though, perfect! As the duel comes out, they win it! On to Rajic's Undershock, going for the next target. It is the Earthshaker, and this initiation did not work out well. Madara, he's the on the bottom now. Oh, he's dead too. No buyback. Earthshaker uses his. The only thing they have, well, Thug and Spartan trying their best to turn things around. They get the kill on to Necrophos, and they do. Pusher committed to try and set that up, and Nofi caught on the high ground. Next one on the list. Triple kill for Thug. And they're holding high ground. So far, so good. Another, like, what was that? +6 intelligence for silencers so far. But now, are they overstepping the bound again? Maybe next time. The arrow will keep Rajix away for a little bit, but Undershock, well, he's a lot more mobile. Maybe next time gets the blink up back to the high ground in double dimension. If they want to call it quits, at least for the diving portion of this particular exercise. Man, they're playing like they're much further ahead, and it's costing them time and time again. And I'm not sure what they thought there. Spartan. He can survive here.
They always want to fight you.
Maybe it was a bait. Maybe it was a bait. LeBron dropping very, very low. Another arrow lands. The Ice Blast will not hit on important targets. Now the duel. They will finish off the Stimmersaw. Alright. Yeah. This just goes to show why I'm a play-by-play cast. So I did not see this coming the way it was going. Spartan just walking in there casually like alright. Let's just do this. Madara though, well, again, just trying to farm, but this time he pays the price, cannot get the Sunder off. DD, they're matching this aggressive movement step by step.
I'm like honestly impressed that Mousesports was even able to hold the high ground against Double Dimension up at top lane. I'm not quite sure like how they managed to pull that off, just based on like how that situation went down in my head. It definitely would not have been okay, but they might have done some like impressive stuff all over the team. The Mirana in the backline finding a triple kill. I wasn't focused on the Mirana during that fight, so I'm probably going to go over this replay just to see what Thug did there.
Well, there were a couple of heroes diving.
Yeah.
Diving to the base. Thug just completely... God, Thug, no. Dive.
Alright.
He bought a rapier, got a triple kill, and then he just put it in somewhere.
Alright, this is another tool that they now have that'll help them like not get completely run over in these team fights. The Diffusal Blade on Mirana provides them a lot of damage. The mana burn, extremely useful. Burns off the Ghost Shroud on Necrophos if Necrophos uses it. Just amazing item, tons of damage. Great item. Mirana built the best items, etc. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure they're going to be able to defend with Aegis, but Mousesports should play this a little bit more carefully until Timbersaw gets some more mana, because right now he doesn't even have to be able to take the base. So they're probably going to roam around the map, farm a little bit, get any items that they need to help them secure that high ground. They have a Lotus Orb being built in the Timbersaw, but he's nowhere close to it.
Logic's here. Arrow to follow, Echo Slam.
Popping everything on him. Kill.
Well, they will be able to, not with the duel. Close try and help out. The Yule Scepter still cancels 3D. Maybe next time will be brought down, and so the Skylark. Supposed to be a little bit later. At least Thug survives. Crucial for their survival, as he's the highest farming hero on their side. He's the one that needs to create the space for Madara at this point to try and catch up.
Yep.
Surprised that Skylark did not. Maybe some music might need it to. Maybe they could have given him a little damage to. But Global Silence was used, and now it seems that Double Dimension will be trying to. Fuck, they have their ability. There's no Echo and there's no Global for it, but longer than. Up this push go.
Checker, he's gonna come back again, throwing fishes and whatnot. The arrow will actually land on Faceless Void. Great start, but gonna Cape falls off back to keep him safe. He's still need to delay at this point.
He's lost a lot of HP there, so he's gonna need to be a little bit more careful.
stand next to Necrophos for a while, let him heal him up.
But he like walked away from Necrophos. In fact, he time walked away from Necrophos.
Another arrow of Fissure will actually push him in range of that, so he's also the way at. So far, Mousesports doing a good job just preventing fatal damage to the tier 3 tower. New Great Bear comes in, they're gonna try one more time. Not the Echo without these big spells. Okay, just arrow lands. With some Necrophos. Once again, it's more time for the Echo Slam to come back off cooldown. That's all it is. 20 seconds. And double dimension. They are aware that they're gonna back off.
Alright. Cold War.
In that shadow? Okay.
Yeah, they know it's just a little...
They're thinking, we still have an advantage, we still have Aegis, we're gonna keep this,
Oh no.
They're diving deep for this one, no fear. Okay, yeah, better blink to the side. Extra heroes, Burrow Strike from the back. Yeah, okay. The Ronnie was standing up on the high ground for a long time. Global Silence to help out, prevent the Ice Blast from actually coming through. As they take this fight, they finish up the second. Now they're looking for more. This time, no turnaround potential. Rams is actually super low. Maybe next time on the high ground will be time delayed. So this fissure not gonna be coming out anytime soon to slow down Ramses.
Yeah, it does
He's
have
the
the
Aegis
Echo Slam
carrier,
now.
so. Yeah.
Stopping the count initiation.
Yeah.
And
Items, Earthshake. I don't think... Oh, okay. I was gonna touch on this. Madara had lined up...
Yep.
Good call in my opinion. They do a ton of magical damage, or damage that BKB can block between the Satan King, Timbersaw, AA, Necro. Like, you can't be getting bursted down during the duration of a stun if you're Terrorblade. You need to be getting off all the damage you can. Like, they're finally starting to be able to fight these enemies. Right now they have to... Alright, Faceless Void might go down here.
He might.
He also might not.
Yeah, it was just the Earthshake and okay, Silencer dies in the same time to the other two heroes.
This is pretty bad.
That's a bit sloppy, yeah.
His Echo Slam's on cooldown too. He used Echo Slam to try and kill that Faceless Void. They don't really have the tools that they need to defend the base.
Yeah, it feels like they have no concept of how far behind they are and how they cannot afford to make these kind of all or nothing plays.
Man, if you think like a winner, you're eventually gonna win, right?
I mean, he just sad boned for the enemies.
Well, there's a Burst Strike. Leap Merge Shadow also came out already, so it's kind of hard to continue without the gem or dust or anything. You have a gem? He didn't pop the dust. So they focus on the objectives. Tier 3 goes down. Earthshaker coming back. Well, again, as I said, no Echo Slam for a long time. The Blink Burst Strike here, just trying to force out some spells, just threatening. Left, front, center, going, switching the focus on the melees. Dark keeps blinking away to Timbersaw to try and get rid of his mana. So far, it's not really successful.
And saying can go very far back. Time to initiate.
Nice pass. On top of the Chronosphere. We have enough damage in the middle of that with the Scythe that will get rid of the Shaker for good. Global Silence to try and turn this around. Madara with his own ultimate. The duel. Was there a duel? I think an illusion. I have no idea. But the epicenter. That's a great spell. Madara suns around onto Ramses. Pops a go shot spot and someone's still alive. The Rascal right clicks not enough from no fear. Finish him off. He's the first casualty inside of DD. Now looking for more. Just big out Rajix, but very hard still to burst through all of this armor. 46.
If you're not bursting him down with spells, he's just a fall. BKB was an excellent pickup by him there. And his ability to get Sunder off in that fight, amazing. God, they need to either be killing him before his BKB. Or, wait, what? What's going on?
He blinked into it. He blinked straight into the arrow. That was hilarious.
Lol.
Alright, I missed that. Unfortunate.
Yeah. Well, you have to go back to replay it because it was really good.
Initiation.
Your life is not complete. Seeing that.
Done. Void was able to get the Chrono on too, right before the bouncer on and global. So the timing was very. And on top of it, they were bottom Rex. Top Rex.
Yep. They go down all
getting their way into the game and
Drums is here. Blink duel to start with. Thug follows up. Not damage being done.
Winner!
And they get the duel win. Oh yeah. Up to 52. This is somewhat acceptable.
I mean,
the way this game is going, especially.
I mean, you say that Mousesports is getting things, or Double Dimension is getting the things they need to come back in this game, but the advantage that they like have overall, in as far as like being able to fight the enemies, is decreasing as the game goes on.
Yeah,
it's gone. Ice Belts will graze him. Stun will be purged off. They're gonna let us go now. Oh, Double Dimension gonna take a fight. They do have Chronosphere. They do have Epicenter.
I think if they wanted to take this fight, they'd have to buy back on the Necro. If they want to do.
I think if they want to take this fight, they should not have used
Slam being used here, keeping Magic's away. Chronosphere on 3. Oh, on 2 actually. And we'll focus on your Shaker. That's some other use, so to know big feel, but it's gonna finish the last of them too.
That one is a big deal, I'm afraid.
Yeah, they want to take that fight. Ramses buys back, and 3 more heroes down with no buyback here. So imagine they'll straight down mid.
Thug at the very least.
Player Thug.
Another buyback. DD, they want to end this right now, don't they?
Yeah, they would have finished this game. LeBron still has his epicenter, so he could still be very useful. If they don't know they don't have any buybacks, I'll figure that we'll just want to fight.
Magic's just threatening on the shock. It's free reign to finish up mid melee. F-Shaker will be back with Slam a little bit. Terrorblade has his whole kit available as he returns. Can they prevent the Mega Creeps here right now? They're gonna have to play out of their minds to do it.
I'm not sure that they have the tools, but get proven wrong. This Terrorblade is doing insane amounts of damage now, and BKB stops him from killing him.
Yeah, but can they lock anyone down or
quite find the right targets? You need to sync that up with maybe next time that is. No fear, but it's a low value target.
And with that BKB down there, suddenly the
oh no!
Duel on illusion. Skylark wasting that one. That is the epicenter. Finishes him off. So much damage from Madara and Ramsey. Pops him down with the scythe. Not coming back for another 80 seconds. And this might just be it. Thug trying to stay alive. Even already used to leave. 4-star. Ruler Shadow will be dusted off. Another burst strike. LeBron with the play. It's the Chronosphere. Onto 3 targets to follow up. Just the icing on the cake because the GG is already called. Mouse. They fall to Double Dimension.
Wow. I bet you guys didn't see that after the 12-minute game that Mouse started.
I did not know. No.
Skill gap? Skill gap, you guys said?
I was.
Double Dimension gods. One of you said that.
That was you.
One of you, not me. Definitely not me.
You.
That does not sound like something I would say. Trying to call me in. I don't know.
Might be young at heart, but we're still dreaming. Eyes wide open, leave this place behind. No matter what they